So, you know that I play with my thumb mostly, as far as all the leads, and sometimes I'll do arpeggios and finger pick, but for the most part, every lead, every solo you hear me do is with my thumb. But the left hand is so important for the guitarist and on the guitar. For me, it's a lot of my sound. Yes, I get my feel and my touch with my thumb, but everything that has to do with any notes that's happening is with our left hand. This is it. Vibrato. Letting go of a note. You see, I try to treat my left hand. Of course, the hands work together. You can't do, there's not too much you can do with one hand without the other, but letting go of a note, meaning trying to make it feel like the way I do when I speak. Playing the vibrato, which will be similar to the way I sing or the way I envision and hear the guitar in my head. So I did two things here without even noticing that the left hand really, I pretty much only picked with my right. The left hand was the hand that made it sound the way it did. First, I'm in B flat. I slid up from the dominant seventh from A flat to a B flat to the one note. Instead of just, see, without the left hand, if you just put something on the guitar, it will sound like this, which is nice, but it's not much, you know? So now I'm just sliding up and vibrating. Vibrato is something that's really, really important to me. And in my formative years, in my early teens, it's something that I noticed made the difference between something I loved and something that didn't move me much. So I spent a lot of time during those years just teaching myself vibrato, the art of vibrato, how to vibrate a note and make it feel and hear and sound the way I envisioned it in my head. So again, now you can have a fast vibrato and a nervous one. Some guitar players use that. I use it less. I try to kind of, the guitar pretty much for me is almost an extension of me. So this is my vibrato for the most part. So letting go of a note, I'm going to play a line. See, I just chose to let it go. Muting a certain note, like I'm playing in F now. It's not just how subtle I play with my thumb. It really is, I'm doing these things, I'm muting with my left hand. All these lines that I'm doing, all the intensity that I'm getting is with my left hand. Again, this is not just picking harder. I'm in G now. I actually play harder. I slide up. Again, I'm moving to the key of D flat. Again. So yes, I'm bending. Let's talk about bending. We talked a little bit about vibrato. Bending. In the key of D flat, I'm just bending from the dominant 7 to the 1. And then using vibrato. But what I did to express my certain feeling, I slid to the bend. All these things, all those tonalities and expressions, I'm accomplishing using my left hand. I use all 5 fingers. I actually use my thumb too to get a certain snap on the bass strings at times. I'm noticing that I actually play the bass a lot of times with my thumb above the neck, but all those expressions that you hear me play, being it more subtle like I played earlier and a little more sensitive and gentle, or tougher and vibrato and letting go. If you notice my certain approach, I don't choke the note. I kind of let it fly out of the guitar. Even when I play tough, I'm going to change the pickup. I move to D, okay, the key of D. If you notice, my left hand is really, I'm not choking the note. There's gap here. Sliding up, sliding down, bending, vibrato, playing sensitive, or more staccato. Yes, it's the way I pick with my right, but it's a lot of the intensity, subtleties, touch, and the way I choose to approach the note. And all this, for the most part, are things that I'm doing with my left hand. It's the left hand that chooses that dictates that I can control my feelings and my touch with. All right, so to try to explain it and show what I was talking about, I brought a new song from my new record, Joy is Coming. This one is Sanity. We're actually going to start the song, the part that I'm going to play on, in the C section of the song, and then we're going to roll back to the guitar solo. I played guitar on both of those sections, and I can show you how to play more subtle, the way I use my left hand in different contexts within one song. So the changes are these: E flat, major 7, C, major 7, A, major 7, F sharp, major 7, back to E flat but minor 9, C, minor 7, 9, A minor, A flat, major 7. And then the song, the A part of the song starts, which is, the A part of the song is G7, E flat, 7, C, 7, G7 with a quick hit on the 5, D, Alt, back to G. And this is the solo section of the song, of the tougher part. You can hear the changes in groove and the changes in harmony. These are the chord changes for those 2 segments of the song, and this is what I'll be playing over. We took the C section that's a little more subtle, a little more sensitive, a little more chill, you know? And it's filled with a lot of changes. And if you're noticing, I'm really playing over the chords. So I took that approach because the chords are moving underneath us. I told you what they are, and I'm playing over the E flat major 7. I'm playing some double stops. Two notes at a time. Just major scale, you know? And then C major 7. I'm really playing pretty much the notes that the major 7 chord have in them. On the A, I think I played a little more low. I heard background vocals, my background vocalist, and it made me want to take a lower approach, so I played the low string. Listen to the simplicity of it. Again, the touch and release. You can see how I'm playing with releasing the notes to try to give it more feeling, more heart. F sharp, major 7 comes. I started low, I go up, and then it changes to minor. If you're noticing the way I'm playing the minor 7 chord, I'm adding a 9 to it, and I'm just that's what I feel. C minor 7 comes, and again I'm playing. If I showed you earlier to play more legato, to let the left note get some texture. So over the C minor, I'm actually playing a flatted 1, or you see, I'm kind of treating it as an F7 with a flat 5 kind of over C, you know. So instead of C minor, I'm giving it a little bit, I'm flattening it, getting that melodic minor. Chords moving to A minor, and I believe I started at low. Playing minor, then we have this A major 7, and I think I played some double stops there. Give it some, notice the release. It's not just what I'm playing, because it's relatively simple, but the way I'm attacking the notes, approaching the notes with subtlety, with more sensitivity, this is what I'm getting from the music, and this is why I'm choosing to play what I play. Not as far as only the note selection, but also the feeling I'm playing it with. And this is what I play on the A flat major 7, which leads me to the body of the song, the A part of the song. The groove changes, it's getting tougher, and I switch pickups. I believe I did it on the original recordings too, and I wanted to show you kind of what I did. I switched to so I played the C section on the neck pickup, as you heard. I had the tone and volume rolled down just a little bit, and then I think I had the volume and the tone open all the way when I'm switching to the bridge pickup for the A part. And you can hear me flicking the switch probably. And I'm attacking it. Look at my left hand. I know it's looking interesting in the right because I switched to the index finger for my thumb, for my trusty thumb. But see, I'm digging it as opposed to earlier playing. See how loose it is? All of a sudden, I'm digging in with my left. The release is getting a bit tougher, a bit more articulate as far as not flowing with the softer groove. Now it's a tighter groove that's going on with the band, and I'm reacting to it with my left hand as far as touch. So I'm playing tougher, yet still notice how loose my left hand is, okay? It's just tough. It's strong, but it's not choking the neck. See, the release I told you about earlier, how to finish a line, almost like an exclamation point or a period. I kind of use them, probably if I'm thinking about it, the way I'm speaking. You know, you have exclamation point, you have question marks, you have periods and commas. I would like to think of the way that I'm playing and those, the way I release, as some point of punctuation, you know. So the chords are changing, and I chose a different approach. In the B section, the more subtle part, I'm playing over every change, you noticed. And in the A section of the song, the body of the song, I was kind of playing on G. And I was playing a certain melody and a groove. I was playing tougher. I did not play over every song as far as there's a G7. Now it's changing to E flat. C and back to G. I did not do that. I didn't choose this approach. Maybe another take I would have. So you can't play every chord. What I did, I actually stayed in G. So I'm accomplishing everything I accomplished in the solo by playing in G. Now, G has a lot of notes in it, and I am approaching some of those notes chromatically with a big bend. Notice I'm playing big bends here. A little hammer-on. I did something like this, a big bend. Instead of here, I'm taking it here. See, or the articulation, it's quarter notes. I'm climbing up, climbing down, kind of playing, taking my time. The band is grooving, and I'm doing what I do on top of it to try to make a point. And I climbed. See the slide up? I'm at the upper position of the G now. It's getting more climatic. Big, big, big bends. 2 steps, this time on the high E string. Something I do at times, and this is what was going on. Then I'm really choosing to release notes. Another bend, this time I took the 5. I'm taking it here on the G string. Another way to express yourself. We talked about left hand, right? So notice the subtleties. Instead of, that's not what it is. It's a really quick, almost frantic way to express yourself. Again, to evoke emotion, to try to get something going. Now, I don't think about these things when I play. I want to make this kind of clear. It's what I would like to think that I spend enough time doing these things so I have them in me and I pull them out to try to describe my feeling for what the music makes me feel, what the topic of the lyrics make me feel. So this is what I chose in this particular take. I may choose a different approach in another take, like I showed you earlier about playing more in every chord, what you can as far as possibilities. But I would like to think that you're still going to hear Guy King. You're still going to hear me. So the feeling to me is what counts more when you're playing. As far as technical side, you see the way I slide down, the way I... Almost a chromatic movement to finish the solo. This was some of what I did there, and this is the way I view sanity, the way that I played it right now.